Before we begin, if you've been wondering why certain people suddenly can't reach you, influence you, or derail you anymore, this reading is going to explain exactly what shifted and what happens next. Greetings and welcome to another reading, friends. I hope you're still well. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning friend, welcome back. It's always a pleasure to host. Now, if any of this read resonates, you all are cordially invited to make your divine presence known with a like, a hype, a comment, share the video, and subscribe if you've yet to do so already, friends. Do come again. Ooh, look at you. So it looks like someone's growing up, growing through and growing up out of a karmic cycle they were previously in. You closed a soul lesson that you had been stuck in for a while. It looks like there was some repetition with bumping your head in this way. Yeah. But look at you. It looks like by fall, you're willing to take a gamble. And I'm guessing putting yourself out there and allowing yourself to be social again. And you bump into somebody you have some real sparks, some real chemistry with, friend. Let's see what that's about. All right. So before we get into it, I would also like to thank my angels, ancestors, spirit guides, oversoul, and all sentient beings who walk with me in the highest white light, protecting me, you, and the messages during these exchanges. Friend, it's some important messages here for you in your dating life. You are not to engage with or allow yourself to be involved with divine feminine energies. Like, you don't deal with them and you don't be them, okay? Divine feminine energies who don't know their worth, okay? If they don't know their worth, don't bother, okay? They're still coming through their own karmic cycles. But what you learned from yours was precisely that. You learned your worth. And it looks like you closing out the previous karmic cycle because of realizing your worth is how you now qualify for this new bracket of a genuine connection where there's some real chemistry. And it doesn't feel like you're in a connection where the person you're with or that you're dating is some sort of code that needs to be cracked. You know what I'm saying? There's a natural alignment up ahead for you because of the growth you've experienced with knowing just how much crap to take off a person and what they supposed to show up with, and you know what I'm saying, having a real grounded clear view of what you show up with, you know what I'm saying, and knowing what bracket that places you in, the type of treatment, the type of environments, the type of exchanges. It all takes a different turn when you know where you at. If you're here, chances are you're one of those sacred sovereigns, one of those elect ones. Okay? The ancestors of beings like that were the only ancestors that could get me to come out of hermit mode to start doing these PSAs on their behalf. I wasn't going to do it no other way. I really love hermit mode. Okay? But you guys are worth it. And this is what they want to say this time around. Your growth with realizing that you're this sacred sovereign, this elect one, this divine star seed, this high priestess empress or emperor hierophant, realizing that's where you are and that's the path that you're on, shifted your understanding of your value, honey. Now you got, again, something that makes sense coming in. What we have behind feminine energy. Yes, this is a message about the feminine energies involved in these connections. Whether it's you or the other party, they can't be someone who's still unclear about their value. You have new opportunities ahead and possibly a new home as well. You understand? You're new, away from this. Okay, this is why you have something. Yeah, you Oh, you unlocked. You have an understanding, a higher understanding of who and what you are. Look, you were holding on to people who were unworthy when you didn't know your own worth. But that's a lesson learned. And it's on with enough. What ain't it now, buddy? Yes, indeedy. So this is a message that is speaking heavily towards the signs and the seasons of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Fire. Okay. I'm also getting that definitely these seasons for you guys as it pertains to when you can expect this chemistry to start. But just over it in its column, by fall, this chemistry will actually start to make some shifts and some changes. If you allow it to stay in place, it's going to start changing things in your life. Hang tight. Where are my... Let's see. We're going to look into what areas of your life and what other things may come out about this this new connection you have approaching this year. It looks like your healing journey from that past heartbreak soon pays off. And I'm talking about with something that's actually worth it this time. Okay, Spirit, show friends what part of their life is expected to be affected by this incoming chemistry. Lovely. Lovely. So for some of you, this is something on a platonic level that's good. Some of you guys probably haven't had a bestie in forever. But it looks like there's someone that comes into your life where you can actually see yourself being, you know, we can go do lunch. I can actually be seen with you and you actually like you. Like you. You're my best friend or you're a good friend. But this is also still talking about the romantic element. Having a friendship level within that romance as well. Okay, so that it's a well-rounded connection. But definitely knowing your worth with your friends, with your guys or with your girls, like whoever it is that's like your friend. Like people do be taking a lot of trash off their homies. They have to be not a butthole as well. Your buddies, you understand? Like, no, you're too grown and too sovereign and too sacred, baby, to need friends that bad. And I'm sure this is what a lot of y'all learned on your journeys. But let's see what else we have going on. Okay. Oh, okay. So your connection to your own self. Ooh, somebody is taking their healing journey has caused such an alignment within that this new level of chemistry, this way of showing up, your frequency, it shows up in a more ascended fashion now, more aligned. You have a magnetic pull to the public, to people in general. Like you have a very friendly, lovely disposition, and it makes people want to respond to you, want to engage with you, or seek you out even. For some of you, that's a good sign as it pertains to finally coming out of hermit mode. For some of you, the psychic, the karmic cycle that you're closing is staying in hermit mode too long. You coming outside again. I feel attacked. I'm looking at these dice on Take a Gamble. The top two, like if you're looking at the POV of the person who is holding the die, okay, on the tops of them, on this one is 4 and 1 over there. What's that? That is the Hierophant, is it not? So Hierophant, the 5th major arcana. So that is, wow. For some of you, this leads to like a official divine partnership of some sort. Okay. Like best friend or husband, wife. Yeah. There's a Capricorn in the mix, or Capricorn season. Significant roots. Very interesting. So maybe this is someone, you both are rooted in something. Okay? Contracts. There's definitely marriage on the table. Definitely freaking marriage on the table for someone. Whoa. Maybe that's some of the changes for you guys, is you being able to see that in a connection with someone, even if they haven't proposed yet or you haven't proposed yet. It's like at that moment during the fall, for those of you who cross paths with them during this Aries season shift, Aries into summer. Yeah, by the fall, even if the words haven't been spoken yet, the moments together, you're gonna see clearly how this person would fit in that role based on what your needs are, based on what you now know your actual worth is, which is much higher than what you understood it to be before. Yeah. Yep. So this is one of those connections that your ancestors want you to know is arranged. Not necessarily arranged, but they made sure that this person is capable of operating in a way that aligns with your life mission. People you dealt with on the karmic timeline that you left were people who required that you operate outside of or apart from your life mission. Okay? So it's in the details what's required. Like, I think you're after that last karmic situation that you closed, there were a lot of updates done in your Akashic records as it pertains to what the requirements are, not just of yourself, but of others, in order to be able to enter your space. Because again, you've been elevating and you're in a bracket now that's so much more ascended, that there are there are updated contracts based on this level of ascension. And so the new requirement meant that the last dirtbags couldn't go, right? So your ancestors are very strict with the enforcement of what the new parameters are. Contracts is down, even to be your friend, like to be connected to you in any way on a personal level, their frequency has to align with your life mission. Oh, there it is. Confirmation, friend. By October, in this fall, something significant about this connection changes. So, let's find out what kind of changes. What are we talking about? Spirit, show me the uprights for this alkaline read for Fred. You are already very clear with them about what it is they learned from their previous karmic cycle. Self-worth. Gotta love it. All right, Spirit, come through. Un momento. All right. Come through, Spirit. Look at this, Hangman. So there's possibly a Pisces involved here. You both are kind of in hangman mode, being updated by your ancestral squads. Again, you're both on that same cosmic coronation track. Day by day, they're getting, their little birdies are telling them, you know, what they're allowed to tell them about what's going on with you. Same way over here and such. Keeping y'all tuned in. And for those of you who are already meeting with your person on high, this is just letting you know that there's enlightenment and things happening from you all's encounters. Look here, Queen of Swords is out here. This is the truth speaker. So this is someone listening and someone speaking. Eight of Cups. It's a lot coming through, y'all. Give me a second. So it feels like this is an invitation. I'm not gonna lie. Or a getaway. Like, okay. Yeah. This is the answer. Okay. Okay. So this is telling me that you guys are learning what you need to learn. This Queen of Swords energy is the ancestor that's giving you these insights as you sit there. Okay. Look, she's even facing that person, talking to them, and their heads glowing while she speaks. Okay. Three of Cups is telling me that this is letting you know about the coronation and that you're going away. You're going away. And this is like the coronation march. And I'm not going to lie, the wands usually is taken as, oh, it's a struggle, it's a burden. No, this is just letting you know it's a challenge. This is a grooming process. I don't know if y'all used to watch or if you watch like National Geographic stuff or anything nature related. And sometimes when they would do specials on certain tribes, they would show you like an adolescent's introduction into adulthood, and they may have some sort of ceremony, but leading up to that ceremony is all sorts of things that they have to do and accomplish, and a lot of it is a challenge. You know what I'm saying? And in some instances painful, like, you know. So this is just that part of your walk towards this big ceremony they're having for you, this cosmic coronation. Because there's your Ace of Pentacles right there. They're literally telling you what's going on with the both of you. Look at that, Queen of Pentacles. So, closing that previous karmic cycle, it just unlocks this new world where you're being rewarded now big time. And I mean so big that you can just look at this, the Queen. Just mounted up on top of jewels and pentacles and gold, and it's grapes all around, you know, right, abundant. I never noticed the little shoes on it. Ah, so funny. There's a little white rabbit at the bottom of the picture there. I know rabbits definitely are an excellent indication of how quickly this abundance multiplies because of closing out that karmic cycle and that karmic timeline before. One of those colossal Ace of Pentacles, though, is this chemistry you have with this person. This attraction is these, whether it's this romantic thing or that magnetic pull between you and the world, you and your people. Look at there. You and your people. But this is also talking about just how far is this Ace of Pentacles game going with you. These are the type of opportunities and the type of payouts that that can't be spent up in a single generation. Like, it just can't. It's that much. Yes, harvest, honey. Now, on this top row up here, we got 17 Pentacles. And that is your star energy, people. So for a lot of you, this is talking about like some sort of a certain level of fame or notoriety, at least. Because I know not everybody wants to be famous. It's not an attractive thing to all people. But again, there's chemistry between you and these people. So you find your tribe, you find your vibe. So this must be talking about that part of your shift onto your best timeline. You coming into union with your people, okay? You all have a similar life mission or similar tasks on your missions. And you come together and you have a very, very inspirational effect on the people around you. And apparently it turns out to be quite a lucrative or a valuable, you're a valuable resource because you know your worth, remember? So for business owners and people who set their own prices for things, this is a reminder from your spirit team to that it's time to change your prices. So y'all been a little too nice as it pertains to a life. If it's your life mission stuff, I'm not gonna lie, your ancestors sometimes actually want you to price it in a way to where if the person comes over there, that you know that they're not just in the mood to blow some money somewhere. It's thought, intent, and all of that that's been put into coming your way. Then you shouldn't be an easy like that. Like, you know, that with your life mission, especially, we're talking about higher fine energy, spiritual stuff. Yeah. And you know you the deal with know your worth right here because you didn't fully tap into your own chemistry for real. They say it come go up on your prices, man. Weed out the riffraff that just got a little extra pocket change. Get them out of space. This ain't about getting rich. This is about weeding out the riffraff. Because they don't be serious. Look at there. This is also talking about your worth, L. So you just getting a better understanding of your worth in love and what you do in your life mission yields an Ace of Pentacles response pertaining to your valuables, and that not just coin valuables, but all of your valuables, your time, your knowledge, your wisdom, all that good stuff. Okay? It has value, and the universe responds with the ace. And apparently it responds with the ace over and over and over again to the point where you yourself and your generation of your tribe, y'all couldn't spend it all up. This is not something that could be spent up in a single group, a generation of folks in the family. This is setting everybody up, honey, because you're really valuable. And on the other hand, as it pertains to your personal matters of the heart and such, yes, knowing your worth on that side of the coin as well has the universe responding with the Ace of Cups. You get the ultimate of everything. And I bet you can't guess why. Because you are the ultimate. This is a story of like attracting like. You're entitled to this energy because you're set to it. There's your new beginning. Yeah. You ascended up outside. Yeah. You had limited sight about who you were and what you were entitled to. And you were kind of set to it, kind of content with it, but then you were enlightened. You learned your worth. And initially it upset you when you thought about how many ways and how many times you let people sell you short, you know. I laughed though, because as soon as I looked at the Five of Cups, I heard the intro of Lemonade. Pharrell and Rihanna did a song with each other some time ago. And Pharrell starts his song by saying, the truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off. And then this is the moment where you hit that high priestess moment, and it becomes clear who you are. First reaction is, dang, what have I been doing? That's that moment. Trust me, I've been there. And then this is when you realize that it's time for things to come into balance. Now remember, that's you doing the same thing on this closure of those karmic cycles. That was your soul lesson. Look at you, because you have to balance to stay on top of that wheel. Just like you balancing on top of this ball. You brought things into harmony. You like, okay. This is also talking about you swapping out that old karmic timeline for the new one. Look at that. You did that. Queen of Wands energy. You wield your power. You calling the shots now. This is a shot caller. That's shot caller vibration. No, you don't tell me what you're going to give me. I tell you what I accept. And it ain't no more toxic stuff. Yeah, you call shots over these demons. You got rid of them. Sure did. And it's also talking about a Capricorn. Who else in there? Okay, so Aries, Taurus, Aries again, Leo, Sag, Capricorn here, okay? As it pertains to, yeah, who this is for and or about. Knight of Cups and Nine of Swords here. What is that telling me, Spirit? Being worried about an offer. Oh, the toxic. Duh. It's this person. Because the toxic person is worried about you getting this Knight of Cups. I mean, yeah, this Knight of Cups love offer. I mean, look, yeah, that's the truth. Yeah, because there it is again, because you're in your star energy. We talked about that. You're in your star energy. They're worried about it. They can see you shining. You have a magnetism about you that's drawing people in from all directions. You're a phenom. Your energy is undeniable. Aquarius energy on that. And that's the truth. Ruth. Okay. Very interesting. Yeah, your energy is ultra magnetic right now. Yeah, you look at these two breaks now. This is what I seen. The first one I seen was the Eight of Swords. You being bound up, and then I broke it again. And then that was the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you shifted up out of that. You sure did. You shifted up out of that uprise for the alkaline reads, y'all. Yeah, and now you smooth sailing. Real fast though. Like you coasting, baby. Yes. You coasting straight for that Ace of Cups and that Ace of Pentacles. And this was solely about just knowing your actual worth. Okay? Keeping the riffraff out the way, y'all. It's the same way with this, like, for instance, like with my personal readings, I think people be surprised sometimes when I decide not to do it. It's been a few instances where I didn't close the lid on something because it's like, yeah, You might have the money, but this ain't worth it. I'm not reading for you. I have told I have told clients in the past, like especially if I've had a chance to do a couple of readings and I see what kind of energy is around you. If it's too toxic for me to keep touching on, boy, it's been a couple of times where I done referred someone out, so to speak. I'm like, I know another reader who might not mind. But I'm not, I'm gonna have to start referring you out, honey. That's when you know your worth for real, because you realize all money ain't good money, baby. Let's close these good people out with the Hebrew power terms. Yes. Oh, look at that. Metaphor. Glorious, my friends. And it comes with the energy of the lovers. Number 6 on the card there. The month of June is significant. The 6th of any given month also significant. We now have Yeroshot friends. Yeroshot inheritances. All right, that comes with the energy of the Judgment card. So you being placed in this bracket has been decided on high in the cosmic courts. Obviously, because you use your wisdom, you applied what your ancestors have been telling you in hangman mode. You actually applied it. And because you applied it so masterfully, you cracked open access to a new level of your inheritances. Yikes. 20 also reduces down to 2, which is the high priestess. Yeah, this is someone cracking into their high priestess inheritances. Different things coming with different portions of your mission you begin to qualify for. All right. We also have here Moked, focus. That's what that hangman mode has been about. You've been focusing. The little birdie on the branch there is talking to you. Your ancestors is who that is. They're giving you all the deeds, and you're actually paying attention. And you're actually applying it correctly. This is why the payout energy out here is so extremely huge. Your simulation had to have been hard as hell. For them to be kicking out like this was something that almost broke you. But you had Moked, focus. 64 is significant. 46 also significant. Reduces down to 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune. You have that good fortune, that good luck, that shift in the energies. It's creating such an auspicious energy. This is also telling someone who's still en route to some of these things to keep your eyes on the prize. You're not imagining things. You are seeing that. That's exactly what that is, just up ahead. Keep your eyes on it. Okay? The 20th of any given month is significant. June 4th, April 6th, also significant. The 10th of any given month, the month of October. February is as well. Look at this. More sweat. More sweat is here, friend. Legacy. 56, 64, significant. The 11th of any given month, also significant. That's also given the justice energy. Okay? This is when you got the energy of justice and judgment out here. Yeah, this is you stepping into this prominence is law. This is the enforcement of law, the new law, because you're in a new level of this ascension for what you've done. Yeah. Cause I make some of these I made twice on purpose. I like to see when there's a concentration of energy. So if it shows up multiple times, yeah, it's a lot of glory all over this shift, honey. I love it. Definitely a twin energy, because if you think about the number 11, when 56 is reduced down, that's 2 1 side by side. Then we have 44 here, and that's 2 4 side by side. Those doubles, those duplicates, those twin vibes are here again, honey. 44 is significant. The month of April 4th in particular, significant, okay? And 44 reduces down to 8, which is the strength card. This is definitely some big, powerful, colossal glory. This is majorly glorious. It's out here twice. This is also giving me the energy that you and your person step in this kind of light, in this kind of energy. Know that that is also what's coming towards you, and in addition to what you bring to the connection. Okay? Zodiacs coming off of those majors named are Leo for that strength energy off of Miroir number 1. Number 2, Miroir number 1 has 6 again. The Lovers, that's Gemini. 20 is Judgment, that gives Libra, reduces down to 2. High Priestess, that's Taurus. 10 is that Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius, and 11 off of this more Sweat energy. 11, that is Libra with the Justice energy. Okay, so those seasons and or those people on your walk are significant now, honey. Yes, indeed. Or maybe they were significant. Some of those signs, admittedly, could have been the signs of people you cut off. Okay, but these payouts, these divine loves, and these valuable experiences and assets that you're acquiring now, these are all new. That's why they are described as aces. So trust me when I tell you, this is not with anyone from that karmic past. These are the new energies and the new people in this ascended bracket you sit in now, on your better timeline now. This is showing you the shift away from them karmics. You've done an amazing job here. The payout is colossal. The people around you who know and love you and trust you, trust your guidance as the leader, everyone's set up. Everyone's comfortable. It is exactly as you planned it, friend. That 10 of Pentacles, your children, your grandchildren, everyone's good. Everyone's well read and well fed. Okay? Very regal energy coming off of you. Miroir, friend. Glorious. Absolutely glorious. All right, babe. That's your spread. If you are interested in a personal reading, it just so happens that mine are currently open. You can check the description box for my email and reach out to me. I'll be happy to respond with the rates and the process. But if this resonated and registered and it's confirmation of this and that, please do, Divine One, make your presence known with a like, a hype, comment, share the video, and subscribe if you have yet to do so already. Okay, friend? Do come again. All right, honey, that's your spread. And until next time, peace.